Much love and blessings. Good afternoon. We are still here at MOBE Symposium 2019, and we have the pleasure and honor of speaking with Ayinde Cartman,
Yes.
who is here in what capacity, sir?
So I am the executive director of Real Men Charities. So that's the presenting nonprofit from MOBE. I took over maybe two or 3 years ago. So I'm very excited to be in this position. And I always love being at MOBE because it's one of the best networking events I've ever been at. And I think it's great that there are so many opportunities for black folks to create relationships at this space.
Well, tell me about your charity, Real Men.
Real Men Charities, yes. So what we're known for is the event Real Men Cook. This will be the 30th anniversary of Real Men Cook this year.
Do they really?
30 years, yes, of real men cooking, you know? So I don't remember, but I was 2 years old when my father cooked at the second Real Men Cook. And he always had the logos and some pictures, so he always celebrated Real Men Cook even if he didn't participate over the next several years. Now it's just amazing that I'm in leadership in this organization.
What is Real Men Cook?
So Real Men Cook is an annual Father's Day event. It's an opportunity for community to come out and sample a lot of dishes that men will make. So you pay one flat fee to get in, and then once you're in, that's all you can eat. There's music, there's performances, and it's an opportunity for folks to really, really appreciate what it means to celebrate father figures and fatherhood.
That they can really cook.
And that they can cook. So come get some food.
So, what is it that you did before being involved in MOBE and in Real Men Charities?
Fresh out of Morehouse College.
HBCU.
Saying, at that point I was interested in pursuing a artist career. So a career as a poet, a career as an actor, a career as a West African percussionist. And then as Black Lives Matter started to sweep the nation, I got a lot more involved in activism because I know better. And because I was raised better than to not be involved in whatever it means to, improve the conditions of black folks. So I jumped right into that, joined several organizations, and then out of that started my own. And all of that kind of led to ultimately what I deem is the priority, or at least what my priority needs to be, what my skill sets are, what my calling is to think through and to support and to recreate healthy manhood across the city and across the nation.
Now, where were you born? Where do you live?
Chicago, Chi-Town.
Okay, and you're still there now?
Still there.
First of all, I want to say I don't feel sorry for Chicago, but I feel Chicago. It's in a very difficult place right now, and it's in the crosshairs of being Midwest, with a lot of Southern mentality, with that urban mindset of minorities. And I know they're harvesting organs. I'll say that live, I'll say it now. He might cut it out, but I'm good with that. I had to document that.
So funny.
Let's keep it real.
That's real.
What is the vision that should be captured for the city of Chicago? Not by, say, maybe specifically your organization or any other, but just on the whole. Because you are definitely coming from a place of consistent conflict and confusion.
Absolutely. So the future for Chicago is, I believe that Chicago, being one of the largest cities in the States, has a very unique opportunity compared to other cities. I think that opportunity is to be organized. Truly, truly, truly organized. Who lives where and is interested in doing what? I think that's harder to figure out in New York, very hard to figure out in LA. But Chicago, the way the city is set up, the way the neighborhoods are set up, we can find each other. We can be aware of where we are and how to collaborate based on interests, based on passions. So I think there's a lot of issues, and I think what Chicago is struggling with is where do we start? So there's an opportunity for us to divide the labor of starting to nibble at different issues. So if folks that are passionate about healthcare gather, then we're talking about a whole bunch more gardens. If folks are passionate about anti-violence, then we're talking about a lot of guys that are dedicating, and a lot of people dedicating their time to ensuring that folks are safe. You know, which issue do you want to be involved in, and join the organization or the folks that are also doing that work, and then that's how we are able to provide a unified front. You know what I'm saying? To fix a lot of the things in the city without necessarily being unified. You know what I'm saying? Just small groups of folks that work together.
So what you think about your new mayor? Because you know what I have to say? And I'll say this live, and I'm looking at the I'm so glad Ram is gone.
Yes, I am also.
So how do you feel about your new mayor?
You know, we hope for the best. I am always excited to see a black woman break ground. You know, that is beyond special. Yes. And at the same time, we all have concerns about her commitment to some of the systems that have created a lot of issues in the city already, you know?
Yeah, because I understand that she's coming from a background of law.
Yes, and policing.
And unfortunately, kind of like Kamala Harris in California, being in those employment situations, you are posited with a certain amount of responsibility to execute certain duties that maybe in your gut you're not quite comfortable with, but it's on your task
list.
But
in your paycheck.
It's your task, it's your duties.
Absolutely.
What is the feeling that you have about her being able to get past that?
Well, it won't happen alone. So she is going to need the city's support. It's going to require that we put pressure on her to stay in integrity.
Yes. Okay.
What's important to you, and how will that show in your actions and in your policies? You know? And it's up to us to make sure that we are always challenging her to behave, you know, in a way that indicates what's important to her, which is supposed to be community, which is supposed to be development, and development that does not have to include gentrification.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because right now Chicago is struggling just like every place is.
Oh, hello.
With rebuilding its city,
yes.
but also kicking people out.
And who you're building for.
Who you building it for.
Okay, so now, as a New Yorker, to a, what is the word? I don't know. Do we say Chicagoan?
Chicagoan.
What's up with your pizza?
You mean our real pizza? What's up with
I mean,
pizza?
if you got to go deep, you'll be tired by the time you get down there to pick up a slice. What the dealio? With your deep
Don't nobody
dish.
want y'all loose leaf pizza, y'all. Thin crust, flab in a I can wave, I can fan myself with y'all thin pizza.
All right, so pizza isn't only my issue with Chicago. What are you putting on our hot dogs?
Actually, I don't eat hot dogs, so I can't relate to that.
Okay,
That's
but
not my fight. That's not my fight.
I mean, I think I saw a piglet toe on a hot dog in Chicago one time. You guys just get too extreme trying to pimp the moves of New Yorkers.
Don't be like that. That's ridiculous.
Now let me ask you, what did you get out of MOBE over the last day and a half?
Day and a half. What did I get out of MOBE? I'm always reminded, well, this is my second time.
Okay.
So I'm again reminded of the power that we have when we gather. You know, when we really create a space to be transparent with each other, and create a space to be intentional about our networking. And then when we have folks that inspire us to follow up.
Yes.
Because that's the hardest part.
Yes, it is.
I think everybody loves to meet the people we meet, but right now I'm not even sure whose cards is whose. You know what I'm saying? In my pocket, you know? So I'm hoping that I remember, you know, the charge to actually keep in touch with folks, and that I do that this year, you know?
Okay.
And then if it's not this year, then each year I want us to collectively get better.
Okay,
and
better
making sure
at
that
it.
we, you know, sustain these connections.
All I really appreciate your time and your energy.
Same to you.
And what toppings do you put on your pizza?
I'm a vegetable guy, so mushrooms, onions, green peppers. That's my stew.
All right, you're safe. You didn't mention onions, though.
I did say onions.
Okay, then you're all right with me. Thank you for your time.
Yes.
Much love and blessings.
Thank you.
Best of success to you, and much love and blessings to Chicago.